Yes, Trump wants to ban flavored vaping products. But somehow, I myself been using the Juul, and it's nice. It's helped me to quit smoking. Although I am smoking on the Juul, it's helping my lungs. It's helping me to get around better. And hey, it's great. But here's the problem with this. Now, President Trump announced Wednesday he would look into banning all non tobacco flavored vaping devices, as reports mount of health problems associated with the practice. I agree, just somewhat. Now, here's what happens. What's been affecting this is THC, and not really the nicotine that you get from the Juul, where it's already put into a device, and it's you can't add anything to it because it's closed. But unlike the other vapes, the big ones, where people get the big cloud of vape and it looks like a big smoke cloud, that's the ones that's making people sick and making people. There's been people that's died over it. But here we go. Trump went on to say, "We can't allow people to get sick, and we can't have our youth be so affected," Trump told reporters gathered in the Oval Office. And I'm hearing it. And that's how the First Lady got involved. She's got a son. Together, that is a beautiful young man, and she feels very, very strongly about it. She's seen it. We're both reading about it. In recent weeks, 6 U.S. deaths have been attributed to a lung disease associated with vaping. And officials at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Food and Drug Administration have been investigating hundreds of other cases of the still mysterious illness. So on Tuesday, First Lady Melania Trump, she's awesome, voiced her displeasure with the increasing use of e-cigarettes among the young. Now, when they say among the young, that is children, and yes, they are children under 18 years old. And those kids, more than likely, see their parents using the big vape. Uh, Not just the parents, they may have a cousin or a good friend that has one, and so then they use it. Um, but if they're not good, because what's happening is, like in this article, the study finds that the vast majority of respiratory diseases and vapors are linked to illegal THC products, not really the nicotine or the non nicotine. They're adding the THC products. So let's read into this. Wow. According to a new report on patients in Illinois and Wisconsin who experienced severe respiratory illnesses after vaping, 83% admitted using black market cannabis products, while 17% said they had used nicotine only, which I do not believe that. They had to have had some other chemical like cannabis in their e-cigarette or their vape machine, which they don't want to say that they did because their parents, because they're under 18, will get mad at them and punish them. So some of them may have been reluctant to admit using illegal drugs, and it's not clear that any of them were using standard e-cigarettes. So these findings cast further doubt on the wisdom of general warnings about vaping and e-cigarettes, which imply that legal nicotine products are implicated in these cases. Such warnings may encourage former smokers who are now vaping to start smoking again, a decision that exposes them to much greater health risk. The new study, reported Friday in the New England Journal of Medicine, focused on 53 patients who had vaped within 90 days of their symptoms. typically within the previous week. Their median age was 19. Now, here's what's interesting. Nearly a third were younger than 18. And among the 41 patients who were extensively interviewed, 80% reported using THC products. 7% mentioned CBD products. And 17% said they had vaped nicotine only. Now, those 17% that said they vaped nicotine only are not using the Juul. They are using the vape device that creates the big cloud of smoke. Or it's not really smoke, it's humidity, it's vape. Now, here we go on to say the authors note that the information on product used is based on reports by the patients, and patients may be reluctant to report illicit drug use. So that's also where the 17% comes in, or the 7% saying, no, it's just nicotine only. I didn't use the drug, but more than likely they did. No, that's just my opinion on that part. So here we're going to say the description of the vapes used by the patients indicates that most were black market products, represented as containing cannabis extracts. Patients reported using 14 distinctive brands of THC products and 13 brands of nicotine products in a wide range of flavors. The researchers say the most common THC product that was reported was marketed under the Dank Vap label, reported by 24 of 41 interviewed patients, 59%. Patients reported use of a number of different e-cigarette devices to aerosolize these products. And it's not clear whether any of these products in THC only causes were closed system devices such as Juul. There you go. As opposed to refillable vapors. The refillable vapors, where somebody has to create the liquid and they mix different things together to give you the flavor, to give you the THC or nicotine, and the device, it's some liquid. I'm not sure what it is. I can look it up, but I'm not going to. You can look it up if you like. It's the same liquid that people that are on stage doing, singing or whatever else, and they create this big vape or big cloud of smoke. Well, it's the same stuff that they're using in the refillable vaporizers. But let's read on. And there's not a whole lot more. At last count, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention had identified over 450 possible cases, including 5 fatalities, in which pulmonary diseases may have been caused by vaping. Data from California and New Mexico, like the Illinois and Wisconsin cases analyzed in the NEJM study, point to THC products as the main issue. E-cigarettes have been in wide use for years, while these cases have cropped up only recently. It therefore seems likely that the agents responsible for the symptoms are relatively new. The theory currently flavored by the public health officials investigating lung diseases among vapors, the New York Times notes, that some dangerous chemical or combination of chemicals has been introduced into the pipeline of vaping products. Investigators believe that when people vape this noxious cocktail, it sets off a dangerous, even lethal reaction inside the lungs. Now, they have said repeatedly that they do not yet know which substance or device may be causing this reaction, and that is the subject of their urgent investigation. One possible culprit, identified in most samples of cannabis extracts tested by the Food and Drug Administration and health officials in New York, is vitamin E acetate, an oil-based nutritional supplement that may be dangerous when inhaled. Legally sold nicotine-based e-cigarettes are not harmless. Former FDA Chief Scott Gottlieb, not sure how you pronounce that, said on Twitter last week, but most of these severe cases so far appear to be symptoms that can occur when either oils or lipid-containing substances enter lungs. This points to illegal products that are being cut with dangerous chemicals as a culprit. He added that legitimate e-liquids are generally based on chemicals that are water soluble, not oils that can cause acute lung injury. Now, that's understandable. Um, you want to keep your kids safe, but if you are a parent and you have kids and you vape, you need to try to get these kids, your kids, let them know, hey, vaping can cause problems. It's an adult use product. You do not want your kids to start vaping because those kids will go on their own to friends, other people, and find liquid to use in their vape besides what you give them. And there you go. You're having this ramp up of people getting sick. 5 people has died so far. And this is why President Trump has announced Wednesday he would look into banning all non-tobacco flavored vaping devices as reports mount of health problems associated with the practice. Now, I don't want my Juul device to be illegal and to be where I can't get it because it is helping me quit smoking. It's helping me not cough. It's helping me from not being sick. But here we go. Let's read on. We can't allow people to get sick, and we can't have our youth be so affected. Trump told reporters in the Oval Office. Okay, well, I've read that. Let's go on. In recent weeks, 6 U.S. deaths. Oh, so it's 6, not 5. I'm sorry. Have been attributed to a lung disease associated with vaping. The officials of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Food and Drug Administration have been investigating hundreds of those other cases in the still mysterious illness. On Tuesday, First Lady Melania Trump voiced her displeasure with the increasing use of cigarettes among the young. So, she's looking into this, which is great. She's behind it. But they need to look at the underlying problem, which is liquid that is created from a third party to put into your device to make your smoke, your cloud, your vape cloud to be big. And that's what the kids want, because that's what the kids see from their parents, their friends, their neighbors, anyone that's out and about. They look at it and say, oh, well, that's kind of cool. And they want to try it. Now, this may lead to, especially if there's THC involved, this may lead to smoking marijuana itself, which I believe is not that bad. But when they're using just the oil itself into the vape, I believe that that's bad because they're adding other chemicals to it as well. And the combination of 2 or 3 chemicals can cause a reaction. So they're still looking into this study. And I'll keep an eye on this, and I'll make another video in the future about the progress of the vaping because I'm involved. Now, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, because I'm a new channel and I'm trying to get out there. So don't forget to hit the bell notification as well. Thanks for watching. Until next time, embrace your moral compass, but most of all, research the facts, and uncover the truth. Have a good day, y'all. Be good.